Angel Reese, as you know, shoved or tried to pick a fight with Caitlin Clark. And she shoved another player and got knocked to the ground and then hopped up and tried to fight Caitlin Clark. You know all that. And so what did they do for a distraction? Angel Reese misbehaves poorly, and the next thing you know, voila, Indiana Fever fans, they shouted racial taunts or they made noises that were racist. And oh, Angel Reese, what is she going through? This is so horrible. It's just Angel Reese. She's dealing with so much racism. Indiana Fever fans booed her. Well, no one can identify, no one seems to want to say what actually happened. And so yesterday, they asked Angel Reese a series of questions. None of them had anything to do with what actually happened. What did these Indiana Fever fans that are going to a basketball arena filled with black women playing basketball, filled with black fans, and a bunch of left-wing lesbians? That's who goes to WNBA games in person. Left-wing lesbians and Dave Portnoy. And you know, if I lived in Indianapolis, I would go because I'm a Caitlin Clark junkie and, you know, I have a crush on Sophie Cunningham. I would go. But I wouldn't be the type to hurl racial slurs or make racial noises at Angel Reese. And neither would a bunch of left-wing lesbians that hope to bed some lesbian black WNBA player. Do you think the lesbians in the arena were like, hey, let me hurl some racial slurs at Angel Reese? Or would they be in the arena saying, hey, Angel, can I get your number? Can we scissor at some point? That's who goes to WNBA games. Support lesbians and their supporters. But we're supposed to believe, and I'm supposed to believe, I'm from Indianapolis. I went to Indiana Pacer games since I was 3 or 4 years old. I've been going to basketball games and going to arenas my entire life. But in Indiana, it's just so racist. They heard racial slur. Anyway, Angel Reese got asked about it yesterday at a Chicago Sky practice, and magically no one asked, and she never offered up what happened because nothing happened. It's a hoax. Let's play SOT number 1.
Obviously, there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA and our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great. God has protected me in so many different ways. I've gone through so many different things in the past couple of years of my life, but I think just having this support and this love and being a part of an organization that really supports me and loves me is something I couldn't imagine not being a part of.
What do you think the league's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond if they need to.
Were you able to give them kind of details of where like where the general vicinity was? You heard stuff.
That's not a big question.
Yeah. Oh, she did. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
What would you like the league to do with those fans?
She's already answered this as well. We'll move on to the next.
Angel, moving on from that, though.
Thank you.
I don't know, and I've heard this, listened to this yesterday, but that last series of questions, when she ducked, because she admitted earlier, well, you know, it's kind of tough to hear when the game's going on and blah, 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 because nothing happened. And if something did happen, she didn't hear it. Nothing happened to her other than she gets to nail herself to a cross and pretend like she's a victim. And, no one should have to go through it. And it's tough being me, but God's protecting me from these noises and these crazy Indiana Fever fans. This is the hatred of Caitlin Clark. She's irate with Caitlin Clark. She hates Caitlin Clark, and she's trying to pawn it off. Okay, Caitlin Clark has done nothing to me, but Caitlin Clark fans, they're the real bad people, and they're in the arena shouting negative things at me, racist things. Let's think it through, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to drag the rest of you into reality. What do you think would be more likely to happen at a WNBA game? Lesbians throwing their panties at Angel Reese, or lesbians yelling racial slurs and taunts at Angel Reese? Think it through. It would be a Marvin Gaye concert in there. It would be a Teddy Pendergrass concert in there. These women would be throwing their panties at Angel Reese if they were allowed. So maybe some of you have never been to a WNBA game. Maybe some of you have never been to a college basketball tournament for women. But it's far more likely, and I'm not trying to denigrate them, I'm just trying to keep it real so you know what the audience is, what the atmosphere is. It's a pride parade. And we're supposed to believe that at the pride parade, where all these women are moist watching Angel Reese play basketball, that people are shouting racial slurs and no one picks it up on a cell phone? This is a hoax. I'm sorry to keep it that real, but I've watched people on ESPN and all these other media people take this seriously. Here's the Chicago Sky coach acknowledging that no one knew that Angel Reese was taunted until they were told after the game that she was taunted. This is a tree falling in the woods and no one being there to witness it. But now it's a crime that has to be investigated by the WNBA, and everybody talks about it and does stories about it, news stories about it, as if it really happened. Here's Tyler Marsh.
Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no room or space in our game for hate, and so we're complying with everything that's been going on.
Coach, when did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that it's something that we heard about, and so again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
And just a quick follow-up on it, just because you coached in Indiana, did you ever have any issues with that while you were coaching there?
I think my focus was always on the team and on the organization and doing my job as best as I could, and so that's kind of what it is.
Were you doing this throughout the game or just at that moment?
Oh, I was concentrated on our team and what we were doing game plan-wise against Indiana. So.
We heard about it when everyone else did. After the game. He was focused on the game. No one heard anything. And so, did someone in America, and I would tend to bet 17,000 people, maybe someone did whisper something, say something inside the arena that was politically incorrect. Maybe someone did. Maybe someone said, hey man, I can guarantee you this. There was someone black in that arena. And I don't even want to say so, I don't want to reduce it to one person. There were several people in that arena that were black that said nigga many, many times during that game. We know that happened because we know black people have been programmed to say that word on repeat constantly. So I'm sure someone or several people in that arena did use the N-word. and maybe some other politically incorrect words. And I'm sure that right now, as you're watching this show, someone in America is using a racial slur or taunt somewhere in America. Should I stop what I'm doing? Should we hold an investigation? Jason Whitlock's doing a show, and somewhere in America, someone is using a racial slur. I shouldn't have to live in an environment where someone in America is using a racial slur. Let's hold an investigation. Let's do news stories. We're investigating the racial taunts that were used during Jason Whitlock's show. He did not hear them. He does not know who said them. He doesn't know if they were directed at him, but Jason Whitlock is a victim. This is at the heart of black fatigue. And this is where I can't limit it to Angel Reese, the black fatigue. I can't limit it to just the people that are on the videos misbehaving. I have to contribute it and blame everybody for this black fatigue, because everybody goes along with the cosplay that Angel Reese was injured and it was hard for her to work playing in front of those Indiana Fever fans. Everybody goes along with this cosplay. And we all act like, yes, it's appropriate for them to investigate. Someone said something that Angel Reese did not hear, her team did not hear, but it was offensive, and it must be stopped. Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.